If you're watching on CBS Sports Network, you will not believe what you're seeing. First of all, you're seeing the lids. Look at the XR4 Ti. Look at the other side of the glass. That's Hawk waving at you. They're wearing their Old Trapper camo lids. From my left to my right, Alvy, Hawk, Rit, all wearing the lids. So you might be asking yourself, well, why aren't you wearing yours, Rome? Because I've got something even better. After several years of doing our simulcast, we have ourselves product placement. Look at the pyramid of beef.
Is this the beef jerky segment?
Oh, yeah, it is. Check it out if you're watching on CBS Sports Network. Look at that gigantic pyramid of beef right next to me. Let's get right at it. Quickly, what's your beef? Let's start on social. Vic Rudy. My beef is Joe Buck. We know Troy Aikman is a Hall of Famer. Stop with these annoying intros. And they do that everywhere. Wherever there's a Hall of Famer, the Hall of Famer is always introed as the Hall of Famer. I love this guy's handle, at Lanier Messenger. Props, bro. God, that was the 39 worst days of my life selling the Lanier Messenger. My beef is that Silk didn't have fake Silk do his speeches.
Come on.
Look who's back. And Romy, you rock. What's my beef? My beef is with substitute teachers that gravy train their hardworking wives, try to run for political office, and are surprised that they didn't win. Stay in your lane, Silk.
Romy, you rock.
Doyer Blue Raoul. That's his handle. He tweets, Jim, my beef is with 72-year-old Tom Brady, still throwing lasers and running from dudes half his age while I can barely make it up one flight of stairs to my bedroom. Daniel tweets, Jimmy, I have a beef with the citizens of Huntington Beach, signed Eric Silkinson. Jim, my beef.
Bruh.
This is actually an awesome email. Dear Jim, my beef is with the follically challenged Bag. I saw it driving down the boulevard in front of me with his convertible top down over the weekend. Note to Bag. I get it. The weather was nice. You want to show off your sled. Unfortunately, I had to be behind you, getting sprayed with that snake oil / magic potion that was slathered into that shredded wheat biscuit sitting on your dome. Keep your top up, loser. Jim and Temecula, that's really good. Dear Jim, my beef is with being the day after Election Day and political attack ads still polluting the airwaves. Putting up with these god-awful ads for the past 5 months have been enough of an affront on humanity. I sure as hell don't need them after the election is over. Mike and KC. Hey, Rome, I have a beef. It's with you bored to death Facebook people who have to take a selfie of your chest showing your I voted sticker. Even the kids by the front door on the first day of school pics think that's stale. Here's an idea. Place your vote. Go home, you bags. Aaron in Iowa. Hey, Rome, my beef is with people who park their car right beside yours when there are 100 open spaces in the lot. That's a great beef. That's strong. Jeremiah in Greenville. Jimmy, I got a beef with those monthly emergency alert system tests. Why can't they tell you up front that it's just a test? Instead, they blare that doomsday tone for what seems like an eternity while you contemplate your imminent death before saying, just kidding, you're not going to die. It was only a test. Knock it off, EAS. You're scaring the crap out of people.
Knock it off!
Brent in PC. At Wooden Laconic. My beef is with the guy at the urinal who inexplicably continues to whistle a tune even after we awkwardly make eye contact as I enter the restroom. Let's go to the phones. We're doing the What's Your Beef segment, and we're doing it on the phones. All right. I knew this guy would have beef. After all, he did finish in 12th. Let's go to the candidate himself. Huntington Beach, Silk Bra. Eric, what's going on?
Bruh, my beef is that I got screwed in the election, and I'm going to take it all the way to the Huntington Beach Supreme Court. Come on.
That's not a good call. No. You don't like that call. I don't like that call.
That was the fake Silk. And the fake Silk, I believe, just said, I'm going to take my beef all the way to the Huntington Beach Supreme Court.
Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
Back at it. What's your beef? Let's go to the phones. We go to Orlando. Steven in Orlando. Steven, what is your beef?
My beef is with the government of the Philippines. I ran into an article on the UK news outlet, the BBC, of a police officer that got killed by a pack of roosters as he was breaking up an illegal cockfight. They should know better, Jim. If you put someone in the middle of two angry, raging cocks, someone's going to get torn a new one.
That's not a good call. No. You don't like that call. I don't like that call. Not a very good call.
Like, I know that guy, and I can't quite figure out how I know that guy. I feel like maybe he was one of the self-glossers. Was that the rooster? It would stand to reason, right? His beef was cockfighting, and he self-glossed the rooster. I think. Now, I think that story that he told is actually a true story. I think a cop did die trying to break up either the ring or the rooster fight itself. Either way, he got run. Listen, beef segment is for you to share your beefs. You don't get run. Like, if you have an actual beef and you treat this thing with the respect it deserves, you won't get run. And how can you not treat it with respect? I've got the entire XR4 Ti on the other side of the glass rocking their camo lids. And if you're watching me on TV right now during the simulcast, look at the pyramid of beef I have to my left. Let's keep going. 1-800-636-8686. What is your beef? Kenny, Albany. Kenny, what's up? What's your beef?
Hey, nothing but respect for you, Jim. My beef is with a lack of conversation about a New York Jets perfect season. I remember how hyped you were for the '08 Lions, and I know the sequel is never good as the original, but Pim, trust me, get hyped. There's not a window on that schedule. We will not choke this away. It's the perfect season. War Joe Namath getting caught in a malted hog frenzy with Susie Colbert. Late.
My man, Kenny, nothing but respect. Now, you're right. Hey, listen, I am hyped. I'm always hyped for a team to run the table backwards. Running the table backwards to me is so much more impressive than finishing undefeated. It's just that it's been done before. It's never going to be as good as the first time. But you're right. It doesn't mean that it's not an amazing accomplishment because the Jets are bad enough to do it. I got news for you. The Giants, although they do play hard for Joe Judge, and they do. I'll give you that. They do play hard for Joe Judge. They're also bad enough to do it. It's a good thing they've got that one win on their record already, because that could be a loss. All right, now, in terms of the cockfighting guy who got run, I said that it's vaguely familiar to me. I can't quite put my finger on it, but I think he's the guy, and I knew he was a self-glosser. He's the chicken man, I think, right? Let's go to Orlando. Hi, who's this?
Romy, they call me the chicken man.
Really, why?
I have been on a bit of a healthy kick as of late, and all I do is eat chicken for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I am practically bringing these poor fowls to the brink of extinction. Not to mention the fact that the chicks love me, and I have a big rooster.
That's not a good call. No. You don't like
Wow.
that call.
That guy. And wouldn't you know that on the day of What's Your Beef, he would beef about that story in the Philippines about cockfighting. The chicken man. Why do the chicks love the chicken man? Quote, "Paka!"
And I have a big rooster.
That's not a good call. No.
What's your beef? I mean, I could keep doing this for a long, long time, but thankfully, Yogi Roth joins me when we come back. There is your beef segment. Hope you enjoyed that.